Hi guys, and happy Saturday. I hope you're having a very beautiful Saturday. It was very cold this morning with frost on everything, but it is warming up beautifully. The last 2 days have been quite warm. It gets cold at night, but very warm in the morning. Alright, I have a couple things to show you. I went to the thrift on Sunday. I went to the thrift today, and I went to Music Connection last night. Found some really fun things. What was I going to say to you? Oh, a lot more records. 2 big boxes full of records. Went to the Elmwood Park thrift today. So if you're record collectors and you want some new stuff, go check it out. Some good stuff in there. I mean, stuff that I don't need anymore, but you might like it. Making room for new. That's the way to do it. We're drinking a Magic Hat Jinx. This is one of my favorites. It only comes out once a year. It's a limited run, and it's got the coolest label. Magic Hat always has fun labels, and it's called Jinx. And what I love about Magic Hat is underneath the bottle cap, there's always a little saying. And mine today said, "Don't flee from Glee." Is that like the TV show or the emotion? You know? I definitely flee from the TV show. Really yummy. It's a Scotch style ale. Very fun. Okay, so let's see, Sunday. Let's start with Sunday. I got... I'm trying to remember. Okay, I got this beautiful 50s highball glass, or Tom Collins glass. It's got these little gold dancing people all over it. Very beautiful pink 50s atomic glass. I love it. Love it, love it. That's something I've needed for a while. Brand new, still in the blister pack, okay? Never opened. A Denny meat tenderizer. I needed a meat tenderizer really bad because I hate the hammer kind. You know what I mean? Because you're always bad, you know, makes a lot of noise, and it's no good for your table or your counters. So this one is the needle kind, the good kind. And I'm really excited about that. I got it for $3.99. So that was a good deal. Actually, one night this week, I went to the thrift also, and I found some fun stuff. I found this crazy little statue. I call him like a sideshow freak, but he's some sort of ancient deity or something, but he's got 2 faces, so he's like a sideshow freak. Got little short little arms. I love him. I love things like this, and this is a great thing. Got him for $1. I also found Rebel Music, which is the Bob Marley story. This is, I watched this last night, and it is so great. So great. Bob Marley was half white and half black. Very hard to understand. Is very, very Jamaican. Great. He is just amazing. I've always been a huge fan of Bob. Very sad we lost him at the age of 36 to cancer. That same night, I got this beautiful tiny mortar and pestle. I love these things. This is perfect for a small amount of herbs or incense or anything that you want to chop up, mash up small quantities, but it's so pretty. Amazon, let's see. Oh, and I got YouTube, the classic albums, documentaries, YouTube, the Joshua Tree. I got this in Christmas tree shops, in fact. This was, it was brand new. It was on sale for half price. I got it for like $2.50. So, I was really happy to find that. Amazon. Oh, this is so great. I watched this last night as well, and this is amazing. And if you're a record collector, you need to have this. This is a documentary on record collecting. It's called Records Collecting Dust. Look at that. It's so awesome. And it has Jello Biafra, Keith Morris, Mike Waite, John Reese, Chuck Dukowski. It's got all great collectors of records. Jello Biafra, of course, we know he's got a massive collection. But really great. Filmed by Jason Blackmore. And look at the DVD. Looks like a little record. Oh, so fun. This was great. I was so into that. I got it on Amazon used for like, I don't know, $3 or $4. So I was happy about that. Today, I stopped in the thrift and I found one more. They had one more of those galvanized planters. So, because when I put the planters on the porch, I said, I think I need one more because I'm going to be planting herbs in these planters. And I was thinking of the herbs that I wanted to grow in them, and I said, yeah, I need one more planter. And they did have one more, so I was happy about that. I grabbed it. And I got this. This is so fun for the cold weather. I love it. This is a scarf from the Brooklyn Brewery. The Brooklyn Brewery is one of my favorites. It's a great scarf. It says Defend Beer. Really fun. And it's got the Brooklyn Brewery logo there. And New York on the bottom. Very fun. I love it. This side says Brooklyn. This end says New York. Loving that. What did I pay for that? $3.99. Doesn't smell. I smell all the, you know, I have to smell all the fabric stuff before I buy it. And I got this. Oh, this is so cool. And this is another Marley related thing. And it says up in the corner, Bob Marley, lyrics from the album Legend, The Best of Bob Marley and the Wailers, 1984. It is art, you know, an art piece done of Bob Marley. Beautiful in green, gold, and red. But the coolest thing is, if you look very, very close, this is all, the whole picture is done in Marley's lyrics. Oh my God, is that cool or what? I don't know if you can actually see it, I hope so. But it's all lyrics. The entire piece is his lyrics, creating the image. Isn't that cool? I loved it. It's still in its plastic, you know, still sealed. Very, very beautiful. The great Bob Marley. I love it. Love it, love it. What a find. I was really excited about that. All right. Last night, I went to Music Connection, hung out with Jim for a little bit, and I got some great stuff. And there were 3 young guys came in. They were so nice and so cute. And they were record hunting. And one kid, for his age, he was choosing amazing music. He was looking for, he found King Crimson, Lark's Tongue and Aspic. He found, he wanted Iggy. He was looking for Iggy. I was like, oh man, where'd this kid get his musical taste? He's so young. Very, very impressed. And they were good kids, really nice kids. So the store was actually crowded for a change. I wasn't the only one in there digging. There was myself and these 3 guys. So that was a crowded evening. But it was Friday, so maybe that's why. Okay, from Jim, I got the Astronauts Competition Cube. Now, this is so cool. This is that classic. This is 1964. That classic California surfy hot rod album that are so desirable and so hard to come by, and this one is beautiful. There's a song in here called The Hearse, and that made me really happy. Our Car Club, Devil Driver, 650 Scrambler, Devil Driver's Theme, all great hot rod songs, really great. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Surf band. Astronauts were a surf band that did this great hot rod album. All right, I found that copy of the complete Christmas collection, 1963 to 69, the Beatles Fan Club Christmas send outs, you know, every year. This, Charlie had this years ago, and it was trashed. I mean, it was trashed, and he wanted too much money for it and all that. And then this year they put out the singles, the box set on singles. It was like $50. I didn't think it was worth it. You know, I wanted to hear them, but not for $50. It's not something you're gonna play a lot. It's just the Beatles like acting silly with a Christmas greeting and things like that. So I found this in Jim's Beatles section last night, and it was in great shape. Look at the sleeve is all nice and everything's got the mimeograph thing like bootleggy. And I said, how much? And Jim said, for you, 15 bucks. And I was like, I will take it. That was cool. I got Time Zone 12-inch 45, or 12-inch single, let's say, featuring John Lydon and Africa Bambaataa. Of course, the great John Lydon, the great Africa Bambaataa. This is going to be beautiful. I found a lot of 12-inch singles yesterday. I was really excited. Again, turn on your radio, just play music. This is another 12-inch single by Big Audio Dynamite. Beautiful stuff. Just play music. Extended mix, and side B is Just Play Music remix. Produced, of course, by Mick Jones, the great Mick Jones. Very, very fun. Love Big Audio Dynamite. Oh, beautiful. Another 12-inch single. Chicken Shit Memphis and Hedda Gabler by John Cale. Look at that. Animal Justice. Great cover on that. Just love it. Great John Cale. What is this? What label is this on? This is 12-inch 45. This is on Illegal Records. Very, very fun. And then I got Public Image Limited Happy. So beautiful. This is a full album. I'm on a quest to own every Public Image Limited record out there. Every kind of a completist when it comes to John Lydon. I did have Metal Box, my own copy of Metal Box years ago, but I sold it for a lot of money. Nowadays, you can't even find Metal Box anymore. I think they reissued it as a non-Metal Box, you know, but which would be fine with me because the Metal Box was such a bitch to store. What happened, Budgie? Bless you. Was such a bitch to store among records because it was a metal box, you know? It was a round metal box. So that's one of the reasons I did sell that back in the day. But I would definitely take the reissue in a regular sleeve. I wouldn't mind that at all. But the great Public Image Limited. And then I got another one of those beautiful art pins that he's been carrying. And I got, let's see, Pink Floyd The Wall. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love these pins. They're so awesome. And he gave me a break on the pin too. He gave it to me for $4. So, really, really fun week and a couple of days between the between Music Connection and the thrift. So anyway, my plan is to spin some records this afternoon, maybe do a podcast. In the background, we're listening to Scott Huckabee, the great Scott Huckabee. If you don't know him, you need to look him up. He was, he has a very interesting story. He had an accident on a motorcycle, almost died, came very, very close to dying, and while he was recovering, bringing himself back to where he wanted to be, he was getting into meditation and things that would help him mentally and physically, and made a lot of discoveries about himself, and he started to make the most beautiful music I've ever heard. I believe he's from Arizona or Nevada, I'm not sure, but I believe it might be Arizona. But excellent, excellent artist. You can buy his stuff directly from him, and that's what we did when we first discovered him, me and my friend Frank. And just beautiful stuff. Very, very relaxing. Calm. You would love him. Okay, so I think that's about it, guys. I hope you're having a magical, mystical, musical day. I did show you how the Beertender works, and you know, how you fill it, what kind of tank you use, all that, and I'll put that right here so you can see it. Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to fill the Beertender and the kind of things that you use to in it. So what we have here is a Heineken mini keg. This is they call it a draft keg, and this is the only kind that fits the Beertender. Now, if you don't have a Beertender, you could still use the mini kegs. If it'll fit in your refrigerator, you could still use it. What you do, you just take out the thing that comes with it, which is this right here. And this is a tap. This is a mini tap, snaps on here, has a spout here. You just push the lever and you have tapped beer out of your fridge, which is really cool. But for the Beertender, let's take the old one out. Take the old one out, the empty out. What's cool about the Beertender is that you change the tap tube for every keg. So that keeps it from getting bacteria and grungy, whatever you want to call it. And this is what the kind of taps that you use for it, the Beertender tubes. They come in 6 packs. And I keep them right in this drawer here. Take a new tap. Open it up, turn the Beertender on, get the refrigerator going. And you snap your tap onto the top of your mini keg, just like so. Okay, till it snaps all the way. Then you take your mini keg, put it right inside the Beertender. Oh, that's heavy. Okay, right inside the Beertender. And you snap the tube in place. Okay, put the tap handle on, snap it on, and close your Beertender. Now, as soon as this is cold enough to use, there's a temperature gauge over here, and it will light up. This is your power indicator. This is such a cool thing, and I thought you might, here, I'll move this. I thought you might enjoy seeing how easy that is. And like I said, if you want to use a mini keg at home and you don't have a Beertender, you just use the little tap mechanism that comes with the mini keg. So check it out. Check them out if you're interested. If you like tap beer and you want tap beer at home, check out those mini kegs and the Beertender. I love them. So anyway, I just came back from the thrift, and I'm going to be with you in a little while. And I think that's about it for me. I'm waiting for another documentary on record collecting also, and this one was so great. But the other one looks like it's going to be really good too. I think the other one is called I Need That Record. So, well, not all of us that are record collectors can relate to that. I need that record, yeah. But, I think that's about it, guys. Again, a beautiful day. Oh, it makes me want to get out there and plant and clean up the yard and stuff, but of course we have a long way to go. We have just about 2 more months of winter, so I think it's going to snow Tuesday. I think they said it was going to snow on Tuesday, so from spring-like one day to snow, like, I don't know, 48 hours later, so whatever. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm wearing my Sweet and Sinister Candy Shop t-shirt. I've always loved this one. It says Candy Shop established 1692. Sweet and Sinister. Isn't that fun? So that's about it for me, guys. I will talk to you very, very soon. I think I'm going to do a podcast, and so keep an eye out for that. It'll be very, very fun. because as I was purging records this morning, putting them in boxes to take to the thrift, I was finding stuff that I hadn't seen in a while, like something I was really looking for a while now. I wanted it for a show very somewhat recently, and it was what it is Dear Prudence by the great Susie and the Banshees. That's a great record, and I found it 12-inch, very fun. So I came across a lot. I found a David Gilmour album I was looking for a while. And see, when you do move stuff around and go through stuff to purge, you do find things that were missing. And when you have as many records as I have, things definitely go missing, because my filing system sucks. There is really no rhyme or reason to it. So I have to kind of play concentration and say, where did I think I saw it here, or maybe it was here, Yeah, but I can almost always find them, because I have a general idea of where it is. But that Dear Prudence evaded me for quite a while. So, but anyway, that showed up, so I was really happy. And that's it for me. I hope you're having a magical, mystical, musical Saturday. I love you all. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Love you all.